Fucking hell, it's recording straight away. Wow. New organist, control yourself. I know that upload was about the F word, but you know, you don't have to go over the top. After all, you do play in the house of God, both of you. Charles and Phil, fucking hypocrites. I can swear, yeah, I'm an ex-lorry driver, ex-trucker. Now then, Gazza's dropped me. Yeah, his comic ancient alien arsehole videos. Well, I just said, you know, I tend to treat that subject rather more seriously. And that's it, he's blocked me. Oh well. I won't lose any sleep over it. No, I won't have my hair cut. Nah, he said, Gaza did say that all of us have got a bit of Jekyl and Hyde in us. Now, I don't mention this to many people. In fact, my son, who I'm going to talk about, he'd probably say, what? My daughter would say the same thing. At times throughout my life I suffered from a bit of agraphobia. That's how do you say that? Anxiety disorder in certain situations. I'm sure I've mentioned this when I once delivered to Sheerness in Kent on the Isle of Sheppey, parked in the truck stop and walked over this long bridge. The water went very deep underneath, and got some fish and chips, had a pint in the pub, and coming back it was a bit foggy, and I couldn't see. When I just walked over the bridge, I knew the truck stop was at the end of the bridge, and halfway across there was no one else there, and I could hear the water below, and I got panic. I went into a panic, shaking, fast heartbeat, and I just wanted to keep going and reach the light and the buildings, and eventually I got over, and I was in a bit of a state, and I got back in the cab, you know, shut the doors, locked it, or shut the doors and locked them, drew the curtains, and the work I did for 40 years in the trucks, you know, I'm happy in a small confined area in the cab, you know, hardly enough room to swing a cat round. I'm sorry, Dave. yeah, but you know, not much space, and I'm always very happy in a small confined space. This is only a small flat, bedroom, lounge, kitchen and bathroom, and how can I put this? I've always been a bit frightened of the dark, you know. I have, yeah. I mean, I come across as an extrovert person, you know, mouthy extrovert, but no, I've always been a bit frightened of the dark. I mean, for a long time, always looking behind me. Like, what's that? And in bed at night, you know, always have a feeling something were there. I'm not so bad now. I've had bad dreams, nightmares, where I'm living in a large house, and I hear noises and people are in the house, and I panic and I worry, you know, and well, that's dreams. I'm not very good working with these drivers. I'm not very good in pubs when all the drivers get together. I'm not one of these big rowdy yobs, you know. The last I've always been a bit reserved. I know on here on Facebook I could say things I shouldn't, and I can come across as being a mouthy extrovert, but I'm not really. I think David will probably realise what I'm saying. Yeah, because Rob's never met me. Aren't you lucky? And you know, I'm very happy with my own company, and I think a lot of the being frightened was that incident I've related many times. I know when I was a young kid and I saw that figure a solid figure in the bedroom stares straight at me, and I'm going back over 70 years now, and he stares straight at me, and I can remember it as though it were yesterday. Middle age, thick hair, combed back, worn in spectacles, and he stared at me, eye to eye contact, and of course I screamed. And mother came upstairs. I've seen a man in the corner of the room. Where? I said, there. She said, nobody there. I said, he was there. He disappeared. Don't be silly, she says. There's no one else in the house. But I saw him, yeah. And then, of course, the incident in Cyprus when that spirit figure walked across, dressed in high fishy vest and underpants, and he walked across the bedroom from the door and passed straight through the wall as though it weren't there. And, that shocked my nervous system, and I developed a speech impediment. Now all of a sudden Sam's got one. And he says on his last upload, really, until he didn't mention that before. But anyway, yeah, and and if I change the subject, I can't remember what we were talking about. I can't go back to what I was originally talking about, so I shouldn't change the subject, because now I've got to fucking try and think what we're talking about, and it's gone. Agraphobia, the fear of open spaces. I mean, I'm not bad. People are a lot worse than me. Oh God Almighty, yeah. I mean, people in very crowded places can get into a panic, can't they? Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with my company, and I'm happy alone, and I'm happy in a small area. And fortunately, I picked the right kind of work, driving trucks, and sometimes away for week on end. I didn't used to get back every weekend. You spend weekends in the cab, and I was always, alright in the cab with the doors locked and the windows, the curtains drawn. I had a little gas burner and a kettle, and a water bottle, burn a cup of tea with tea bags and saccharins or sugar, and tins of ice stew, tins of fruit, and I led that nomadic lifestyle for a long time, and I was always very happy. And I'm not one for going in pubs, with a big gang of rowdy people. No, I'm not. Right. How long's it gone on for? Neighbours away, as I told Rob. Yeah, I've been playing Jean-Michel Jarre, his albums. I should give the organ music a blast. And you'll wait until I play fucking Come Sweet Death, Virgil on the Wanamaker, and I'll give that some volume. Can't blow the cones on these Fishers, I said, because Fisher studio speakers have got metal cones. I could blow the other two, but fuck it, I'm not short of money. I should oof the volume up. This place will shake. But although Gladys up there is as deaf as a doorpost, she got her hearing aids in, she is liable to complain, but I'm always out on the balcony having a fag, even though I'm going to light up now, and I can see when she goes out, so I'll come in here and get her right blast. She has next door, where he'll be pissed up anyway. He's gone out on his scooter. I said, should you really be going out on it, Jez? He says, I'm not drunk. I said, really? I said, you're fucking staggering, man. You can hardly stand up. I said, is your scooter insured? No. I said, well, it should be. If you knock somebody over, I'm not going to knock. I said, you don't know. You could do. If a child or a person, you knock them over and they could sue you. I said, I've got £2 million corporate insurance through the British Legion, and you've got no insurance at all. I said, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Don't get onto me, Arthur, he says. Yeah, you got to think about that. Out of all the scooters down there, I think I'm the only one that's got a good insurance on it, and of course thanks to the British Legion. Yeah, right. So perhaps some of you other people, well, Rob certainly don't bother, open spaces don't bother Rob, all these walks he does around the Mumbles area, and Yeah, there's agoraphobia, and what's the other one? Uh, claustrophobia. Claustrophobia. Yeah, that's something I certainly don't suffer from, claustrophobia, but I can. I don't really suffer, but I can have problems with agoraphobia at times. As I said, anxiety in certain situations, anxiety disorder in certain situations. Right, that's it. I'm off. Cheers. Bye.